Alright, y'all. It's bleak. That it was very to the final hours of Young Pappy. Rip Young Pappy. Like, comment, subscribe, share, 2,000 subs. And yeah, we're gonna see. Put in the comments what you want me to do, what videos I'm gonna react to, all the other stuff. And yeah, we're gonna get into it, cause this is gonna be sad and crazy, all the other stuff. Let's get into the video.
I put both hands together as I pray for the first day. Praying to God I get to see another birthday. Cause shit is crazy, man. This shit I've been through lately, man. This shit I go through daily. It can't make me, but it can break me, man.
His headquarters joins us live with more on the of a rapper known as Young Pappy.
Tom, as you mentioned, he was a young rapper, local rapper who glorified gun violence and gang life, and now he was gunned down on a sidewalk in the 4800 block of North Kenmore in the Uptown neighborhood early this morning. Police say he was shot twice in the back. Thomas was with a friend when a gunman walked up and started shooting.
He's killed 1 week after posting a video online in which he makes fun of a rival gang.
Folks got backdoored, point blank period, either by the police or by them niggas.
So the police go to your mother who's grieving over the of her son, and they said, we're glad that your son got killed.
Yeah, and they said we're gonna kill your other son too.
What? Nah, the cops definitely had something to do with that. What cop goes to a freaking crying mother because her son just died and says, yeah, your son got hit and we're finna hit the other one too? What?
Grieving over the of her son, and they said, we're glad that your son got killed.
Yeah, and they said we're gonna kill your other son too.
To her face.
To her face.
May 29th, 2015. The city of Chicago would suffer a terrible loss. It would be the day Jaquan Thomas, aka Young Pappy, was shot in cold blood. According to public records, it would be the third attempt on his life, and the one that finally took the breath of an extremely talented rapper. Being a member of PBG, aka the Pooh Bear Gang, he had built up a rivalry with enemies of opposing gangs that sought to snuff Young Pappy from the world. Pooh Bear Gang was created in honor of their fallen friend, Anton Pooh Bear Sanders, who was assassinated in January 2012. The first recorded incident that almost succeeded in taking Young Pappy's life occurred on Wednesday, February 5th, 2014. According to the Chicago Tribune, police state that 4 teens were in the parking lot of the McDonald's at 6740 North Clark Street around 3:30 p.m. when there was an argument and then gunfire. Marquio Carr was struck in the head and succumbed to his injuries while 3 other teens were wounded. Police would swarm the crime scene, painting the area with blue lights. The injured included a girl who was shot several times, a man who was shot in the lower back, and another man with a gunshot wound to the arm. That person who was injured in the arm was Young Pappy, and he was said to be the intended target that led to the collateral damage of the others there. Surveillance footage would later be released showing what actually happened, debunking some of the details in the initial report, not of who was injured or shot, but how the events occurred that led to the shooting. Young Pappy and his affiliates can be seen walking along the vicinity.
Bro, if you get shot in one city, why aren't you, well, again, some people don't have money. But well, if you have money and if you get shot in one city, bro, move states, bro. Like, don't stay in that city that you got shot at. Like, bro, what?
McDonald's, when the assailant walked behind, brandished a firearm, and began opening fire, sending everyone running. When the assassination attempt failed, it wouldn't be long before his rivals tried again to end Young Pappy's life. This time, taking another person, just as before, while Young Pappy escaped. It was July 2014 when Young Pappy was with a photographer by the name of Will Lewis around the 1300 block of West Devon Avenue. Reporters state that the alleged Vice Lord gang member by the name of Eric Vaughn and 2 persons drove by and spotted a rival gang member, who in this case was Young Pappy. That is when Vaughn took a gun from the car's center console, handed it to them, and ordered them to shoot the rifle. Young Pappy escaped unharmed, but Will Lewis wasn't so fortunate. He was hit in the back and succumbed to his injuries. Eric Vaughn was found guilty of manslaughter. Young Pappy seemed to have luck on his side, but his luck would run out the following year. Young Pappy was basking in the rise of his music career as a promising rapper.
Yo, bro, they couldn't wait to get his ass, bro. Like, god damn.
Rapper with talent, capturing the ear of the music industry. On May 22nd, 2015, he released one of the most notable tracks, Shooter, alongside featured artist Lil Sean. As the title suggests, the song was riddled with terminologies of his escapades with the firearm. As it stands, the song has accumulated over 16 million views and has helped shape the drill genre of Chicago as one of the most highly regarded tracks showcasing Young Pappy's versatile flow and heavy-hitting lyricism. Little did Young Pappy know, his high off the song would be short-lived, as 1 week later on, May 29, 2015, his life was targeted and taken. 1:35 a.m., Young Pappy along with a friend were walking around the 4800 block of North Kenmore Avenue when a gunman walked up and started shooting. Thomas, aka Young Pappy, was hit twice in the back and rushed to Advocate, Illinois' Masonic Medical Center, where sadly he succumbed to his injuries at 3:01 a.m. According to a statement from Alderman Harry Osterman from the 48th Ward, witnesses reported seeing a black car that may have been associated with the shooting. However, investigations have been unable to track down and arrest a suspect for the murder of Young Pappy. Other persons in the area recall what it sounded like the moment the assailants wounded Young Pappy, stating that it echoed as if about 10 gunshots rang out, but there was nothing in sight when trying to pinpoint where outside the firing came from. With officers labeling his passing as gang-related, fears of retaliation sparked unrest in the community along with law enforcement.
Hey Tom, as you mentioned, he was a young rapper, local rapper who glorified gun and gang life, and now he's, as you're about to hear, some people say that was inevitable, but it was the innocent bystanders who lost their lives because of the way that Young Pappy lived.
Given this, Osterman stated that he requested additional security in the area to curb the possibility of retaliatory actions, but soon it became evident that it didn't stop the bloodshed that would soon follow. Pappy's friends and family were split between hurt and anger, some making it their duty to get revenge for Young Pappy and exacting punishment on anyone disrespecting his passing, and alleged rival gang members of Young Pappy, Clifton Fry, learned that the hard way just a few days after Young Pappy's passing. According to reports, Fry made derogatory comments about Young Pappy after his passing when he made fun of his assassination. By June 1st, 2015, he was gunned down.
Damn, they got get back. Damn. Bro, they was clipping shit in Chicago, bro. Like, that shit's crazy, bro.
The suspect was apprehended and reported to be an affiliate of Young Pappy, Jermel Dosey. Reports state that Dosey had asked his friend to drive to the Roger Park neighborhood as an apparent getaway driver on the afternoon of June 1st, where he targeted Fry. Dosey's friend, who had parked near an alley, heard 3 to 4 shots and then saw Dosey jump back into the car with the gun following the shooting and demanded them to drive away and asked to be dropped off near Glenwood and Pratt. Surveillance footage would capture Dosey fleeing from the crime scene after the shooting, also captured the license plate of the getaway car, leading officers right to him. Fry would be declared brain dead 2 weeks after he was shot, after which he succumbed to his injuries, all due to a comment made about Young Pappy's passing. That's the level of respect he held within the community. That's the level of respect he held within the community. That was only the beginning of the bloodshed in Young Pappy's name. Even his rivals later confirmed that after Young Pappy lost his life, his affiliates were ruthless in the streets, carrying out their revenge retaliations.
You know, actually losing Pappy, like once that happened, like
I ain't gonna lie, after losing Pappy, motherfucker was hey, motherfucker slide those skates. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, that was busting.
Hey, you with me?
Bro, that's when after Pappy died, that's when like damn near the most people died from our block.
Speculation began swirling around about how young Pappy was shot in his own area, a friend of an affiliate, PBG Chemo, offered his thoughts on the situation, stating that it was a setup that could have been between two groups of people. The first he speculated could be responsible was Pappy's own affiliates, stating that they were around him but no one even attempted to return fire.
You recording?
Yeah.
On Folkestone grade, he got backdoored. And the nigga that was out there, they ain't blow their pipe. And now he ain't down Bosworth on Folkestone grade. And that's what I'm gonna say.
According to him, at the time, young Pappy was around people who he normally wouldn't move with, but all of his trusted friends were locked up or not available to make the move with him around the time he was outside.
He was around that he don't with, like I was locked up. He called Duddy. Spaz was somewhere else. Like D-Mac was locked up. Like all that he really know that's gonna go for him was nowhere around.
The second group of people he speculated of setting up young Pappy to meet his demise was, believe it or not, the police.
Folks got backdoored, point blank period, either by the police.
It might sound far-fetched, but strangely enough, many believe this theory because young Pappy was a known troublemaker to the police and they wanted him gone. His younger brother, Tay Sav, would relay what the cops allegedly told his mother after young Pappy's passing. And if it is to be true, it adds credibility to the theory that they set young Pappy up to get rid of someone who in their eyes was terrorizing the community and hurting innocent lives. According to Tay Sav, the cops told his mother that they're glad young Pappy was shot and that they'll shoot his older brother as well.
So the police go to your mother who's grieving over the of her son, and they said, we're glad that your son got.
Yeah, and they said we're gonna kill your other son too.
To her face.
To her face.
Tay Sav also recalls the police allegedly continuously harassing them, and even at one time picking him up and dropping him off in his rival's territory, hoping he would be shot.
They took me to like where I wasn't supposed to be at, the ops hood, and dropped me off right there. I was like, damn. They told me, get out, or we taking you to jail. Now I wasn't finna go to jail, so I got out.
The cops allegedly were tired of young Pappy endangering lives in the neighborhood. Former Roger Park Police Commander Thomas Waldera called the music of young Pappy technological kerosene, fueling the gang war raging on in the streets. Their encounters have been many, with young Pappy's charges ranging from criminal trespassing, reckless conduct, theft, marijuana possession, and felony weapons possession. But the most serious of all was having 5-hour standoffs with SWAT at his residence in the 6300 block of North Lakewood Avenue in the Edgewater neighborhood, where over 25 persons were charged.
Anthony and Michelle, it was a tense 5-hour standoff, but it has come to a peaceful resolution. This was kind of a strange situation. More than 25 people who were barricaded with a gunman are now in custody being questioned.
Taking a look at his mugshots tell a tale of someone with so much potential, but lost his way leading up to the end of his life. Whether it was due to his rivals, his own affiliates, or as some speculate, the police. While many see him as a troubled youth that was living a dangerous lifestyle, his mother paints a different narrative, stating that he just took on the gang persona to boost his rap career, but he was a good person. His younger brother, Tay Sav, and older brother, Boo Double, however, recall young Pappy lived the lifestyle he portrayed, so while it hurts losing him, they weren't surprised, as that's what comes with the way he lived. They were close and came up in the same environment that took young Pappy's life. His older brother, Boo Double, would experience a phase of depression after young Pappy was assassinated, resulting in him becoming careless and almost losing his life after being shot 9 times. Young Pappy was
9 times, bro. What the fuck?
Right there, the success within his hands. It was just to remove himself from the gang environment and focus on his music. Word is that he was on the verge of signing a record deal with label powerhouse Atlantic.
To my understanding, from what I heard from his manager or whatever, he was supposed to be reaching a deal with Atlantic Records.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Around the same time he got...
Sadly, his talent never got to blossom to the heights it was certainly going to reach. He leaves behind a catalog that to this day still boasts 224,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Another life lost that attributed to the history that continues to teach persons to hate and hurt each other. rather than build, grow, and uplift each other. Rest in peace, young Pappy.
Like, there's so much talent just getting wasted because people want to, I don't know, bro. Alright, y'all, that's my reaction to the final hours of Young Pappy. Let me know if you like this let me know if you like this video in the comments. Let me know what y'all want me to react to in the comments. And let me know what's your favorite song by Young Pappy in the comments, all the other stuff. And yeah, there's more content on the way. There's more all that on the way. Like, comment, subscribe, share, over 2,000 subs. Share the video to your grandma and your piranha that lives in the Pacific Ocean. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video over 2,000 subs. Chase your dreams. Because nobody will chase them for you, alright? I love y'all, and yeah, we out.